After losing his wife last year, 94-year-old Ken Bembow would often take a photo of his late wife, Ada, to bed with him at the care home in Preston, where he lives.
Well, knowing this, his care worker, Kier Tobin, decided to surprise him with a very special present. And Ken's emotional reaction to that gift has now been viewed more than 4 million times online. Let's have a look.
No?
I got you a present.
Hey?
I got you a present.
What's that, darling? Ah! Oh! 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 Oh, darling. Let me see, Ken.
Show us what you've got, Ken.
Let me see what you... Oh,
Look at
Ken.
that.
How beautiful.
Oh.
How beautiful.
Oh.
Well, Ken and Kier join us live from Preston, from the Thistleton Lodge care home in Preston. Good morning to both of you. Ken, let's start talking with you, if we may. How much did it mean to you that the care workers in your home went to all that trouble to get you such a beautiful gift?
Well, it was so wonderful. I have been sleeping with a picture of my wife for 9 months now since she died. And Lucia said to me, I don't like you doing that because it's glass. You are going to cut yourself. So I got a packet that I had with Ada's picture on. And then all at once, Kier and her friends and the manager of the hostel came to me and said, Ken, I've got a present for you. I'm going to cry if I keep on.
Oh.
Because it was so touching. It was lovely. The most precious thing anyone could ever wish for.
Right, mate.
And I must say, the staff here are excellent. My wife and I never wanted to come into a home. I was the treasurer of the Normandy and D-Day Veterans Association, Blackpool branch. And I went around a lot of the homes visiting old people. Some of the men had lost their wives, some of the wives had lost their husbands. And occasionally Ada would come with me. And we went around so many homes and we didn't like what we saw in lots of places. So Ada made me promise that I would never bring her into a care home. So my daughter managed to persuade us to come to Thistleton Lodge for 2 weeks for a rest. My wife came here, and halfway through the first week, my wife said, oh, it is nice here. I do like it. I thought, oh, gosh. So we've been here ever since, and the most wonderful place in the world at present.
Well, Ken, it's fantastic.
Unfortunately, I lost my darling one.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Ken,
Thank you.
about Ada. How long were you married?
71 years.
Wow.
And she was the best little woman in the world. She is the most loving, caring, beautiful wife anyone could wish to have. She never did a thing wrong in her life.
You're going to make me cry in a minute.
It was
Ken,
wonderful.
you're making us all cry. Honestly, congratulations on an incredibly long, obviously successful, happy marriage. I can see why Ada, we can all see why Ada was so special to you. And when Kier brought you the gift of the cushion, of the pillow with your beautiful wife's face on it, I mean, I totally understand why it would have overwhelmed you. You can now cuddle up to the cushion, can't you? You don't have to cuddle up to the photo frame anymore.
Definitely.
He has been.
Definitely. I cover up, I nearly smother myself in it. It's so beautiful and it's so soft and lovely.
Kier, I want to bring you in, Kier, because how old are you, Kier?
17.
Oh,
17.
gosh,
I mean, I think that's
You always forget that.
it's an amazing
18
thing.
in
You're so
July.
young and yet you're
mature.
so mature, so caring. Tell me about why you decided to do this.
Because it's a funeral photo, wasn't it? On your wall.
Yes.
And in his bed, he's got his wall next to his bed, and he has like his photo frame next to it. And every morning and every night when I go into him, I'm saying, "You still cuddling that photo?" He goes, "Yeah, she's watching me every night." And I thought that's a lot better than just looking at a photo frame.
And that moment, Kier, when you handed it to Ken and he suddenly got very emotional, I think everyone who watched it got very emotional watching Ken's reaction. What was it like for you?
How can you describe that? It was amazing. It was just so rewarding as well, because for something that was just like it doesn't cost a lot, and it made him so happy. Do you know what I mean? Something so small can make him so happy, and it was just amazing. Like with everyone in the room as well, all the girls were crying, and everyone was just so emotional about it.
Kier, we
She
hear a
made
lot.
me the happiest man in the world.
Oh, and that, do you know what,
She
Ken?
made me the happiest.
Yeah, and that's made everybody happy.
Yeah.
And do you know what? We need moments of joy like that right now. Kier, we know that
Especially like this.
It's very hard at the moment, and your care home is not, as I understand it, currently afflicted with coronavirus, and long may that last. But
No.
you have made a decision, haven't
Yeah.
you? In order to minimise the risk of infection, you've actually moved into the care home.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hard at first to try and, because we got the opportunity because my manager and some of the other members of staff, they moved in 4 weeks now they've been there for, and like it was a bit hard because I live with my nan and papa at home, so it was a bit hard to even imagine leaving them. And then I thought, well, I know that I've sorted things out and put things in place for them to, get food, and so that they can't leave the house, but they can still be provided with stuff. And I thought, well, if I move in, then we're all safe here, keeping it safe here, and I'm keeping my family safe at home.
You're such a thoughtful person, Kier.
So I've been here
and,
for 2 weeks now.
You know, that I think it's obvious to everybody watching, and we're grateful for all our care home workers. You're doing an incredible job, and of course all the carers who visit people who are still in their own homes. And Ken, you've put a smile on everybody's face. I have to admit, I think most of us are in tears as well at the same time, but you have made everybody smile.
Ken, let me ask you, what do you make
That's
of...
nice to...
Ken, what do you make of Captain Tom Moore, the other veteran who's walking and raising all these millions for the NHS?
I think he is a wonderful man. No one could ask for more, what he has done. And God bless him.
And you, Ken, you were a D-Day veteran yourself.
Yes, I was 17 and a half when I joined the Navy. I know this is not about the terrible disease, but I was 17 and a half. I joined the Navy. I was on North Atlantic convoys. I was on the invasion of Sicily. I was on the invasion of Italy. I then went back onto North Atlantic convoys. I was on the U-boat pens in the Bay of Biscay, where one time we were getting attacked by 25 U-boats at one time. We sank 2. I was then on patrols in the English Channel before D-Day. I was on the invasion on the 6th of June 1944 when we invaded on the coast of Normandy. After that, we had a refit and I went out to the Far East. We were the first British ship to get in the Pacific. We took part, or we were on our way to invade Japan when we were passing Okinawa, and we got involved. The kamikaze pilots were attacking our aircraft carriers and battleships as well as we were on our way to invade Japan. We got to Japan, we're going into the coast, and all at once we were told, go back, go back. And we couldn't understand it, we seamen. And the reason for that was because they dropped the atomic bomb. And so then we were picked by the Admiral Nimitz, Admiral of the American fleet in charge. We were picked to take 4 hospital ships into Tokyo Bay, which was a great honour, because they had very poor communication and navigation systems, and we had the best.